Hey, it's Ken Lewis. Welcome to Mixing Night. Today I'm going to show you how to change the mood of your entire song using only reverb and delay. As a young mixer, you might not know the power that you have to influence the mood of the end listener, but you really do. And one of those big weapons that you have is reverb. Now remember, reverb is not this one monolithic thing. You can have super short reverbs, medium, long reverbs, infinite, all sorts of different moods, and each one of these things has a different vibe and feel and evokes a different emotion out of the end listener. Let me give you a few examples so that you can hear what I'm talking about. I'm going to start with a short room reverb, UAD Oceanway Studios. This is a one-trick pony, short and medium rooms, but what a trick. Let's give it a listen on this lead vocal.
Come and follow me, let me be the air you breathe. I'm your fantasy, once you come you never leave.
So you can hear it's really short, it's really upfront and impactful, but it's also kind of leaving me a little bit cold. Like, it doesn't feel like these warm guitars are really grooving and everything is kind of bouncing right along, and then the vocal right now is this really upfront kind of stark vocal. That's not really working for me on this particular song. Let's listen to Reverb Selection 2, which is a slightly longer room with more of an ending decay.
Come and follow me, let me be the air you breathe.
I like this one a little bit better. This particular reverb kind of hugs the vocal a little bit more. You almost feel the echo of the verb coming back at you. So that's kind of like a medium room with maybe a slow attack.
Come and follow me, let me be the air you breathe.
Next in the chain, I've got slightly longer. This is like a 3-second haul, so kind of like a short to medium haul. Let's see what it sounds like on this vocal.
Come and follow me, let me be the air you breathe. I'm your fantasy.
Feel how long that carries. It's really nice. Add some nice depth to it. I could definitely go with this on this song. So you see the different mood that the Pro R creates compared to the really short reverbs like the Ocean Way. Let me just show you in real time now so you can feel like emotionally, it just, as a listener, you just feel completely different.
Come and follow me, let me be the air you breathe. I'm your fantasy, once you come you never leave.
That's about the same amount of reverb between one and the other. It's just that they are two completely different reverb styles. And in my opinion, one works better for this particular song and the other one doesn't quite yet. So let me move on to a plate now. I have the UAD EMT 140. Now, I own a real EMT 140 from the 1950s. This thing sounds amazing. It sounds like my plate, but it also sounds like 100 different other plates. Let's see what it sounds like on this particular vocal. I've got kind of a long plate dialed in for vocals.
Come and follow me, let me be the air you breathe.
You hear that nice carry that a plate has. So a plate is actually a real metal. You know, this is a simulation of that, but a real plate is actual metal, and you can hear the vibrations kind of carry through the metal as it goes. So you can hear the difference in decay between a hall is a little bit more diffuse. You don't hear the actual like lyric so much. You hear more of an implication of the lyric fade away. Whereas a plate, you can kind of hear what she said decaying as it drifts off.
Come and follow me.
Next, we're going even longer with the Valhalla Vintage Verb. So I've got a 4-second concert hall. Valhalla is great. It really holds up and carries well, but it's also this beautiful darker reverb. Now I'm going to switch between, here is bus 7 and 8 here and bus 9 and 10 here. So 7 and 8 is going to be the plate, 9 and 10 is going to be the Valhalla. They're both similar decay times. Let's hear the difference in mood. start with the plate.
Come and follow me. Let me be the air you breathe. I'm your fantasy. Once you come, you never leave.
Okay, to me, the plate is a little bit more immediate and present, and the Valhalla with the kind of long carrying haul, it feels a little bit more like dreamy to me. So if I'm going for this kind of mythical, dreamy, ethereal quality on this particular song, I think the Valhalla captures that much better than the EMT 140 does. Even though her voice sounds beautiful in the plate isn't capturing the same type of a dreamy emotion that the Valhalla is carrying. So I think for main reverbs, I would choose the Valhalla in this particular instance. That'll give me that really long reverb. But now I want to try and see if I can take one of the short reverbs and layer it up under so I can have both presence and carry. Let's start with the presence and then I'll add the Valhalla in. So when you see me add bus 9 and 10, that's the Valhalla. Now let's go with the Verb Suite Classic. Here we go. It's bus 3 and 4.
Come and follow me. Let me be the air you breathe. I'm your fantasy.
So this is the Valhalla on top of the Verb Suite Classic. You can see the Verb Suite gives you that immediate impact and presence, and the Valhalla just gives you that dreamy vocal carry.
Come and follow me. Let me be the air you breathe.
Now I'm going to show you how to use delays to evoke the same types of different emotions, just like I did with reverb, but these things give you a kind of a whole different sound palette to go after. I've got Waves H delay dialed up. I've got basically a short quarter note with not much feedback. I'm going to start with the repeats at full range, and then I'm going to darken the repeats up, and you can hear how it tucks itself underneath the lead vocal.
Come and follow me. Let me be the air you breathe. I'm your fantasy. Once you come, you never leave. Come and follow me. Let me be.
Now you see when I remove the presence frequencies from the delay return, it gets more out of the way of the lead vocal. You don't want the lead vocal and the delay return having equal presence. The listener will get confused on which one they're supposed to be listening to. It can really help you set a different mood and a little bit of a kind of softer, darker, moody ambience. Let me show you that exact same delay, but with a ping pong effect instead of a mono down the middle effect. So I've got basically the same high frequency filtered down to about 1K. Everything above 1K on the delay return is gone. So it's a really dark delay, but it's bouncing left and right instead of right behind the vocal.
Come and follow me. Let me be the air you breathe. I'm your fantasy. Once you come, you never leave.
That almost starts sounding like reverb to the end listener. But let me keep that ping pong on it and let me add a reverb. Let me put the Valhalla with the ping pong and let's see what kind of a mood we're creating here.
Come and follow me. Let me be the air you breathe. I'm your fantasy. Once you come.
Nice. Yeah, now we're really cooking some magic. Those really dark bouncing delays sit nice and back behind the lead vocal. That Valhalla just kind of carries those words nicely into the distance. You just got to try these things and ask yourself, better or worse. Is this the vibe that I'm going for? Does this create the mood that I want to capture? It's not always about, well, does this effect sound good? It might sound great, but the question you really need to ask yourself is it right for my song? Does it capture the mood that I'm trying to create with my song? And then if you don't really know how to get there yet, do what I've done here. Put up a bunch of different reverbs with a bunch of different moods, a bunch of different delays to choose from, and just do some listening and do some experimenting and try different combinations and just find out what works best for you, because there is no right or wrong way. There is no correct or incorrect decision. Music making is all about just finding those moods and those vibes that you connect with, and that you hope that the listener that you're trying to get to listen to it connects with as well. It's been Ken Lewis from Mixing Night. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next video.
Come and follow me. Let me be the air you breathe. I'm your fantasy. Once you come, you never leave. Want you to be